Welcome to the channel, guys. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. What I'm going to be doing is taking fictional case studies on individuals and show you how I would program plan their session progression, nutrition, and workouts in the early stages, so the first 5 to 8 weeks. Why, you're probably thinking? Because there's a very good chance that one of these case studies may be something similar to your own reality or somebody you know, and you're just trying to figure out how to resolve and get the best out of your workouts and your nutrition, regardless of schedule or circumstances. Okay? Quick little ad break. Do not forget to like and subscribe if you aren't already. Okay? You can watch this entire clip on YouTube, Ebscubed. That's if you're watching this video on TikTok and or Instagram. Let's get into it. Today's case study, Billy boy. Okay? Billy, age 32, height 5'10", weight 93 kilograms, slightly overweight for height with very low muscle mass. Occupation and hours, finance and 9 to a 6 or 7 on 3 days a week with 2 work from home days. Training or sports history, worked out casually when aged 25 for about 3 months, then sort of kind of drifted. Played sports with friends around secondary school, sixth form days, but none of it was competitive. Diet and drinking. Basic breakfast. He generally eats takeaway, but not junk food type, but more so higher caloric, convenient food. Snacks a bit in the office, drinks a lot on Thursdays, and drinks on Saturday evenings about twice a month. Problem, in his own words. Due to longer hours because of progression of career, he feels he barely has any time to get in shape, bar Saturday at most, and doesn't really understand how to lose weight in the slightest, as he feels he eats generally healthy besides the snacking. Goals: lose weight. Okay, ideally, he want to be, I guess, mid to low 80s, and he wants to build some muscle, get into a discipline of working out regularly, and increase muscle mass. Assessment. Here is my assessment as a coach. Okay, before I give a solution, we always start with an assessment. So Billy clearly lacks training experience. Zero routine in regards to training, very low muscle mass percentage, and clearly has a role which entails high level work demands mentally. But on the bright side, he does have 2 flexible work from home days and the weekends too, which means that if structured properly, you could begin to build that gym discipline somewhat and routine and still be able to have a social life. Okay? Billy has what I like to call nutritional ignorance, where he may not be eating the worst things in the world, but he doesn't really understand that the things that he eats contributes to him being 93 kilos at 5'10". Okay, so we'll have to sort that out. Solution and or program strategy. Firstly, Billy needs to get into that groove of working out, and so I would suggest 3-day exercise gym split. Okay, that's what I would suggest. 2 on the work from home days and 1 on a Saturday late morning and or early afternoon. So to be more specific, use a work from home day, and I want him to utilize 45 minutes for a lunch break on that work from home day, and the second one I want it to be used immediately after that work from home day, and he works out for about an hour. The third one is going to be on a Saturday, early afternoon or late morning, so between 11 to 1 p.m. and that's going to be an hour 15, an hour 20 minutes session. So now we have the numbers of the days he should work out, the exact times he should work out, and how long he should be working out. Next up, we're going to speak about the split. And of course, I'm going to suggest the full body, as it's 100% the most optimal split for muscle growth for a 3-day split. Okay, you can get great frequency, working most of the muscles 2 to 3 days a week, and may burn more calories per session. And it's going to have more energy for each body part by not hammering out only one particular muscle group within a session. In the case, say you also do like a bicep day or whatever. In addition, it's great because in the case he was to miss 1 day and only went gym twice to the thrice, he's not going to miss an entire muscle group. And so full body is so clearly, obviously, the answer for Billy boy. Okay? The amount of exercises I want Billy to be doing per session should range between 6 to 9, with 6 being for the shortest, session, which is the lunchtime work from home day, and 9 being for the longest session, which is the 1 hour 21 on a Saturday, early morning, late afternoon. Okay, rep ranges should be fairly high, around 8 to 14 reps at this particular stage, as all I want for Billy is to build harmony, position, form in regards to understanding how to lift the weights correctly. I need form and technique in the early days, and then to obviously increase the weights incrementally, little by little. Okay. As for movement, I'm gonna suggest he purchase a pedometer, which is a steps tracker, Fitbit, Apple Watch, for example, or anything in between, and for him to increase his weekly step average to about 8K. I just wanted to get into the groove of just moving more, period. Remember, weight loss is birthed from an energy deficit, and moving more will certainly help with that energy deficit as a whole. Okay? As Billy has a good job and more disposable income than the average person, I would advise he use a bit of his money and time on a Sunday to engage in a sports activity he's going to like. Paddle, tennis, badminton, football, whatever it is, with a friend, or just join a club where he's having fun but still moving around. And most importantly, it will help with these steps. As for nutrition-wise, even before Billy begins to track calories, what I will do is I'll place numerical restrictions, food-wise and portion control. The main purpose of this is to ease himself into a deficit in the first place, even without the extra effort of pulling out the scales and the measuring jug every meal. Most individuals naturally will not have a desire or a level of consistency to accurately track food when they've never done it before. And so the way I would place numerical restrictions is, if Billy has 4 to 5 snacks or sweets every time he's in the office, I would advise him to impose a 2 snack limit for the 3 days he is in the office, and firmly hold that line with that 2 times a day snacks. Another thing is, I want him to write down the snacks he's indulging on a notes app. The purpose of this is to get him into the habit of tracking down food little by little, even if it's a smaller, simpler version, before the proper, real calorie tracking begins. And like I said previously, small steps to create a deficit of salt. Also, when you write down the crap you eat and reflect upon it and become more aware of it, I guess you become slightly disgusted. And then you just slowly stop eating as much snacks or BS as you did before. It's kind of like those people who do the money swear jar thing. Over time, by putting in $1 or however much you put in, every time that individual swears, you're going to realize, like, I actually kind of swear a lot. And by naturally becoming more aware of it, more conscious of it, your profanity problem decreases. Okay, and you swear way less over time. Restrictions would definitely be on Thursday drinks. Although the number of pints aren't stated, let's just say yes, 3 to 5 pints every thirsty Thursday. Again, limit it to 2 times just to reduce those cheeky liquid calories. For the delivery food problem, I would suggest cutting out fizzy drinks, desserts, and nudging them to choose more higher protein options. In time, in the long run, I will start pushing Billy into cooking and meal prepping. But for someone who doesn't or never has done that, telling someone to begin meal prepping is not going to make them all of a sudden start meal prepping. It just never works like that. Okay, you need to ease them in. And remember, the goal in the early phase, so the first 4 to 7 weeks, is not aggressive fat weight loss, it's compliance. And for him to also build momentum. When the routine becomes automated, fat loss and weight loss becomes a byproduct of that. Got it? Extra things to add. Billy should 100% take pictures of his starting point of his body and take his weight down too. And the measurements, like I've suggested in many videos before in the past. Take measurements of his waist, thighs, chest, arms. The reason why I advise this is because people rarely see the changes of their physique on a day-to-day basis. And by doing this, you can be motivated by seeing the differences within the 6-week jumps, no matter how small. Seeing the fruits of your labor, even when small, will always drive you to continue laboring more, knowing that the harvest will bring in even more the longer you work harder at it. Okay? Now, although it wasn't mentioned, I would advise him to get at the very least 7 hours a night regularly. Recovery is a must, as it's in a cognitively demanding role. Plus that physical demand, sleep will be necessary, for sure. What success should look like 6 weeks later? Remember, this is a structure set only for the early phase. So that means the first 5 to 8 weeks. If I was to do every phase, this video will be so long. We'll be here the entire day. And so what Billy wants to see at the 6-7 week mark, assuming he's been at the very least 80% adherent to all the things I've asked of him, is his weekly average steps will have bumped up, which means that he moves more naturally. His waist measurement will have come down. Strength is up on all the key movements. He has way greater awareness of food intake and is more inclined to tracking calories due to the snack note taking, and is way more disciplined with the drinking and snack eating instinctively. And lastly, his weight has come down by 2 kilos roughly. Okay, 1 to 3 kilos. Now, guys, the Billy case study isn't some super unique outlier type of individual. He's many, many, many people watching this video right now. So please do make sure you take in all that advice. Rewatch, replay this if you need to, and take notes of the key things I have said to you that you should implement. If you've liked what you heard, give us a like, follow, or comment. And if you want someone to guide you in a more hands-on fashion, one-on-one, even past this early initial 6 to 8 week phase, hit my website on www.ebscubed.com. Check out the transformations, testimonials, and sign up with me. Act fast. I know you're ready for change. Thank you, guys, if you stay till the end. Again, give me a like, follow, subscribe. And yeah, good luck to all the Billies out there. Make sure you take this in and lock in. Bye-bye.